Computer power supplies. These things are powerful, they are reliable, and most importantly, they offer a plethora of voltage outputs. As a result, these things have become very famous in DIY community for use as a bench power supply to power variety of projects and test electronic components. Now, what we used to do traditionally is we used to short this green wire along with a black wire using some kind of paper clip or by stuffing in some kind of jumper that would turn on this PC SMPS. And then what we try doing is we would try to stuff bare wires into this connector, and we would use those voltages or those power to test the electronic circuits. But that kind of method was really unprofessional, really unreliable. Sometimes the cables would slip out, sometimes we would have a short circuit, sometimes we would even blow up the PC ATX SMPS. Thankfully, I have found out a solution to this problem, and the solution is this. So what I'm using here is a simple DC voltmeter which is going to show the voltages of our project, and then I've got this board. This board is known as ATX breakout board, and it is also known as bench power supply module. But I have a better name for this thing. I just call it the 5-minute bench power supply. Why 5-minute? Well, let me show it to you. So what you do is simply you take the ATX 24 pin connector like this, plug it in over here, and boom, we are done. Essentially, we have made a very versatile bench power supply. Let's go through the features of this particular board. As you can see, it comes with an on-off switch like this, so no more stuffing bare wires. The SMPS is on. You can see the voltage reading over here. It comes with these little terminals where you can easily screw bare wires to connect with your probes or with your projects. And the best part about this module is that it comes with these little fuses. Say if you're trying to power a faulty component, or if your wire short out, then one of these fuses will blow. You can simply replace them and you can stop worrying about shorting out your PC SMPS. All right. So both of these things are actually pretty cheap. I'm going to provide all kinds of affiliate buying links in the description or in the first comment below. Now let's talk about how to use this kind of voltmeter so that you can measure the output, the variety of outputs which are presented over here on this circuit. Now these two wires, the black one and the red one, these are for powering the meter itself. So what these wires will do is basically they'll turn on this meter. It will provide power to this meter, and I'm using the 5-volt rail to power this particular meter. This yellow wire is actually the sense wire. So let's remove it. This wire will be used to sense the voltage. As you can see, as just we removed the wire, the voltage reading on this meter has gone to 0. So let's take a quick practical how to use this meter. The power supply for the meter is going to be connected over here for 5 volts. This is what I recommend. And then you can connect this sense wire to any voltage rail which you want to measure. For example, we tried this thing with 12 volts. All right. We tried with 12 volts. As you can see, the display reads 12 volts. You can go with 5 volts like this. The meter reads 5 volts. You can also go to 3.3 volts. Let's try it like this. All right, that's 3.2 volts for us. So that is how you will measure the voltage of your project or your bench power supply. Now say you want a voltage which is different than all of this. Okay, everyone knows about the 12 volts, 5 volts and everything, but there's a hidden feature over here. This is known as minus 12 volts. So take a look. So let's take a look at this minus 12 volts reading. Let's turn on the trusty clamp meter. And what this minus 12 volt does is that basically if you put your load across plus 12 volt and minus 12 volt, the potential difference, the resultant difference will be 24 volts. So let's measure it out. And here, as you can see on this multimeter, we are reading close to 24 volts. But I do not recommend that you use this feature because the minus 12 volt rail of an SMPS is very weak. It has barely any kind of amperage, and it will be very easy to overload your PC power supply using the minus 12 volt option. So what I will suggest is that there are better methods available if you want a voltage which is different than what is provided over here. One of my favorite method would be to use buck and boost converters. So here is a buck converter. Variety of models are available. Again, buying links for all of these things will be available in the description below. Say if you need a voltage that is lower than this, okay, if you want something below 12 volts, say if you want 10 volts or 9 volts, which is not available in this configuration, then what you do is on these screw terminals you basically screw on your buck converter like this, all right, and then you can finally adjust the required voltage and current using these potentiometers over here. All right, you can get voltages below 12 volt using this buck converter. Say if you want to go higher, say if you want to test some circuit which requires more voltage, say if you require 24 30 volts, then what you can do is you can use a boost converter. All right, power this thing using a 5 volt or 12 volt range. You can adjust the potentiometer like this, and most of these models go all the way up to 30 or 36 volts. Some models are also available that go as high as 80 volts. So you can use these things rather than trying to fiddle with the minus 12 volt range. If you want more information with respect to buck converters or electronics, there will be a bunch of cards popping up on your screen like this. You can directly click on them and watch those informative videos as well. That's it for this neat little video, guys. I hope you liked the information. Take care and have a nice day.